Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today, believe it or not, we have a lot of Modern Warfare 2 news to go over. Season 1 Reloaded is set to begin in 5 days' time on December 14th at 10 AM Pacific, so mark your calendars, that's when it's going to be going live. Double XP is going to be part of this as well, and not just boring regular Double XP, Double Weapon XP will be going live for everybody on all platforms on December 15th and lasting until December 19th. So when the season goes live, you basically have to wait a day, then after that 1 day is over, we have 4 days of Double XP and Double Weapon XP, but PlayStation players, because of course Sony, will be getting access to Double XP and Double Weapon XP on the 14th, as well as all the way through the 19th. So basically, you get 1 day early access to Double Weapon XP if you play on PlayStation. That's the kind of stuff that Sony's really fighting tooth and nail to keep from Microsoft. Of course, yesterday's video, we talked about the lawsuit and everything going on with that. So Season 1 Reloaded is coming, and with it, we're going to be getting shipment, as well as the new Camaro assault rifle, which is otherwise known as the Honey Badger. Now, to get the Honey Badger, you can either buy it as part of a bundle, or you can unlock it via challenge. We don't know what the challenges are going to be as of right now, but if history is any indicator, it's going to be something similar to, like, you know, get 10 assault rifle kills in 15 different games or something like that. We'll have to wait and see what the exact challenges are going to be, but shipment will be coming. And if you guys are like me, like, I'm kind of like almost not even wanting to play Modern Warfare 2 right now until Season 1 Reloaded, because yes, I can grind up my guns, yes, I can do challenges, but when Season 1 Reloaded goes live, and then 1 day later on the 15th, I mean, we're gonna have Double Weapon XP and shipment. That actually sounds pretty insane. And also, on December 21st, we're going to be getting holiday shipment. It's going to be going live, and in the blog post, I'll put a link to that down there in the description. Infinity Ward, Activision, whoever's writing up these things, they poked fun at Sledgehammer Games by claiming that no mythical creatures will be showing up to kill you, which is obviously in reference to Krampus that we saw during winter shipment back in Call of Duty Vanguard. And the big thing for me is I just hope that this version of shipment is not completely on fire all the time like we had last year. Like, it was still fun playing on holiday shipment, winter shipment, Christmas shipment, wherever you want to call it back in Vanguard, but dude, the fire got so ridiculous. Like, the game was just like virtually unplayable, but thankfully we don't have nearly as many issues like that here with Modern Warfare 2 so far. I mean, fingers crossed, you never know, some things might change between now and then. In Warzone, we're going to be getting Mini Royale back. It's basically going to be like having Warzone 2, but it's going to be on a smaller map with less people. If you played Mini Royale back in the original Warzone, then you know exactly what that is going to be like. That is going to be coming once again with Season 1 Reloaded on December 14th, and they're also going to be adding the Warzone Cup, which is going to basically be Rocket League, but in COD with ATVs, or maybe like Lucio Ball if you've played Overwatch, right? So I don't know if there's going to be any specific rewards for playing in this game mode, but it seems like it could be something that might be fun to mess around with a little bit, just to kind of get like a feel for it and, you know, try something new within the COD franchise. Yeah, Rocket League essentially is coming to COD. Who would have thought, right? It's actually kind of cool if you ask me, and obviously this is part of their integration that they're doing with the World Cup, because of course we had the World Cup event where we could go and vote for different teams that we think are going to win, and then on top of that you have all the different bundles in the shop. Well, this is just going to be a continuation of that, and honestly it sounds kind of interesting. Now, moving along here, we've covered multiplayer and we've covered Warzone. Let's talk about something that's brand new to the COD franchise: raids. So raids are going to be part of Spec Ops, and the first raid is going to be called Adamgrad, something like that, and apparently it's going to continue where the Modern Warfare 2 campaign left off. Now, without going into story spoilers or anything like that, they did say in the blog post that in this raid, which is going to be like a super hard Spec Ops mission, that you can find intel, which is going to award you cosmetics, whether it's going to be in the form of weapon variants or calling cards or what have you. They just said cosmetics. We don't know what's going to be there, but they did say that at the very end, if you complete the entire raid, which is not guaranteed because it's going to be pretty difficult, you can unlock the gas operator. Now, you can also buy gas. When I first read that, I'm like, well, that's just stupid, right? Like, what's the point of making us go through like this really hard, you know, PvE challenge in the form of a raid and get this new operator if we can just simply buy the exact same operator? Well, the difference is the appearances, which is kind of similar to World of Warcraft if you think about it, or basically any other MMO. So what happens is if you get gas, use for beating the raid, that's going to be like the normal Gaz operator. Now, there will be a Gaz in the shop, but he's going to have like some sort of like water-themed skin or something like that. So if you want like the normal default Gaz, the only way to get him is to actually complete the Adamgrad raid, which actually sounds pretty cool. This is kind of stuff I've been talking about for a long time. You guys have heard me on the channel say that there needs to be incentives, there needs to be rewards for doing these different things. If you incentivize the player base, they'll actually partake in the content that you took so much time to make, right? And that's exactly what we have here. There's going to be cosmetics for finding different forms of intel within the raid itself, as well as Gaz for completing the raid. But it does also look like you're going to need to finish a prerequisite to even be able to enter the raid. Again, going back to games like World of Warcraft, it's kind of like a raid attunement that you have to finish, which they're calling a raid assignment. So basically, if you want to enter the raid, you or any member of your group apparently need to do specific daily challenges, or place in the top 20 in Warzone, or extract in DMZ with 30,000 in cash. None of those things sound overly difficult, so I have a feeling most people are going to have this done already, so it shouldn't be a massive deal. But they're kind of trying to add that, like that old school like PvE element where you have to like attune yourself to even be able to enter the raid in the first place, and the raid is going to have a 1-week lockout. And yeah, so it sounds kind of cool, honestly. I'm definitely excited to try this out. And they even said in the blog post, like, go play Spec Ops, because if you don't, you're not going to do very well here in this raid. And apparently, you know, I've barely played Spec Ops because it resets all my friends' keybinds. And for me personally, I've had experiences where it just makes it so I can't turn left or right on my controller. Like, Spec Ops was pretty buggy at launch, therefore I haven't personally been using it a whole lot or really playing it. But apparently in Spec Ops, you guys know how they have those different classes that you can level up. Well, they say in the blog post, you should probably go level up those classes a bit before you go trying to take on this raid. So we'll have to see how difficult it's actually going to be. And one final little note here for the raid before we move on to the last bit of news for today's video. The raid is not going to be free. Now, what I mean by that is, for a lot of people, they know that Warzone 2 is a free experience. Therefore, they jump in, they play Warzone 2, they play DMZ, they enjoy it, it's free, you don't have to actually own Modern Warfare 2, right? Well, the raid is part of the Spec Ops mode, and Spec Ops is not free. In the same way the campaign and multiplayer are not technically free, they're part of the Modern Warfare 2 that you purchase. Spec Ops is also part of that. So you will actually need to own Modern Warfare 2 if you want to participate in the raid. But I have a feeling if you're somebody that doesn't own the game and you only play Warzone 2 and DMZ and things like that, then you probably don't care that much about Spec Ops, let alone a raid. But who knows? This could actually be an awesome new feature, or it could be a pretty lame feature. I guess we'll have to wait and see how things are going to play out. And one final note here, ladies and gentlemen. So I made a whole video talking about this. I thought it was pretty hilarious, and they've heard our feedback. The LA Thieves skin has been nerfed. Ladies and gentlemen, just take a peek-see there. It's a lot more red. This is what the skin looked like before, which basically made this the new Rose skin. Everyone was using it in Warzone. It was like instantly one of the best-selling freaking things on all of Steam. Well, they nerfed it. They actually added some more color to it because it was like literally a situation of pay to win. And also, if you're in the Call of Duty League, like if you're an owner for a different team, you know, and then you see that even fans of your own team are foregoing purchasing skins for their teams just so they can go get the LA Thieves skins because they know it makes them blend in the shadows better. You know, I can see why it was an issue probably for the owners and all that. So they decided to nerf the LA Thieves skin, and it's going to be a bit more bright and have a bit more red accent to it and things like that. But ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I mean, Season 1 Reloaded sounds pretty damn good. Just a quick recap right here. I mean, it's going to be going live on December 14th at 10 a.m. Pacific. If you have a PlayStation, when the update goes live, you're going to have double XP and double weapon XP. If you're a peasant like myself that plays on PC or Xbox or anything like that, you have to wait until December 15th to get double XP and double weapon XP, and that of course will be live all the way until the 19th. We're going to be getting shipment. We're going to be getting the Honey Badger assault rifle on December 21st. Holiday shipment is going to be going live, and in Warzone we're going to be seeing the return of Mini Royale as well as the Warzone Cup and the Spec Ops raid Adamgrad, or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna say it's Adamgrad, like Stalingrad, I don't know, but regardless that's going to be going live as well. So ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a pretty big update, and I'm pretty excited to play it, and I'd love to hear what you guys think down there in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for listening to this video here today. Be sure to subscribe if you're new around here, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.